I'm Michael King at the Kitsap County Courthouse, where freedom and justice are often determined by, cares up, Carol, a dog.
It's Evening Magazine for Wednesday, November 2nd.
But first, you know, dog is man's best friend, and for good reason. There are virtually no limits to what a dog can do. They can fetch your slippers, open doors, heck, they can even detect cancer. And now canines are having their day in court. Here's Michael King.
I was sitting right here.
They're all listening to me and they're watching me.
It's kind of hard.
I didn't want to be here.
This 9-year-old girl was a victim of a crime.
And there's a big group of other people around that area.
She and her 11-year-old brother were in this courtroom, surrounded by strangers. The witness stand is an intimidating spot for anybody, but imagine if you're just a child and you're asked to testify against someone you know.
It was very scary.
Enter a yellow lab named Karis.
It was very nervous when I was walking up here, and I just sat down and I looked, and she'd just be laying down like that.
Karis is a courthouse dog. So she's just kind of there whenever you needed her.
Mm-hmm.
Her main job is to hang out below the stand and do nothing.
She just calms everybody down.
She lives with prosecutor Kevin Kelly. At home, without the vest, she's just a dog.
Good girl.
But on the job?
In the morning, I put her vest on her, and she calms right down, and she knows that she's now working just like myself in a suit and a tie.
Kevin says Karis is a crucial partner when kids are involved in a crime.
Kids will not utter a word until Karis is in the room, and a lot of times they will only focus on her.
He remembers a particular case with an 8-year-old victim.
She wouldn't talk, she completely froze up.
But a couple weeks later, Karis became a brand new member of the team. They brought the girl back in.
She only talked to Karis, she only looked at Karis, she petted Karis, but she answered all their questions.
Wow.
So that was pretty powerful, and that was the second day that we had her.
That must have convinced you at that time.
Yeah, we knew we had something good.
Karis can roll over, hold her own leash, even open a door. But she's best at just being cool.
Good girl.
If I just feel a little nervous and stuff and I'm too scared to talk to her, I feel like I'm about to cry, I could just go down and pet her for a few seconds, and I can kind of take some deep breaths and calm down.
I think it was pretty cool to have somebody by my side.
You wonder what could possibly be controversial about a face like this. But critics argue that a jury is unfairly sympathetic to whoever is with the dog. And attorney Thomas Weaver says he loves dogs, just not in the courtroom, because kids are easily distracted.
And my concern is that when we allow the dog in the courtroom, particularly if we allow the dog to be within the reaching distance of the child, that child doesn't take the oath as seriously as they need to take it.
I think actually children are more receptive and more apt to answer questions when Karis is there than when she's not.
Karis is professionally trained to not be a distraction. She came to Kitsap County free of charge from Canine Companions for Independence in California. So she doesn't go fetch balls or anything during the court?
No. She would if we let her. She would love to.
Yeah.
Sure, she'll occasionally let out a howl in the hallway. And who among us hasn't fallen asleep on the job? Has she ever snored in the courtroom?
She's never snored in the courtroom. No. She seems to know.
And she seems to know when a child needs her.
My grandma noticed that I kind of had a gloomy look, like, gosh, I don't want to be here. And then when I looked down, I came up and I had a bright smile on my face because I knew the dog was there.
The name Karis is Welsh for love. And she's got plenty to give.
Good girl.
Dogs like Karis are working in courtrooms across the country now. This nationwide courthouse dog trend caught on right here in Seattle.
Good boy. Yeah. Good dog.
Jeter just thinks of himself as a dog, but he's also a pioneer. Back in 2003, Seattle attorney Ellen O'Neill Stevens started to bring him to work. She noticed the calming effect he was having in stressful situations.
Probably takes them by surprise to see a prosecutor with a cuddly dog.
Given that Jeter was already a trained service dog, she started asking judges if he could be part of the process.
Brings out more of the team effort that we're all trying to help these kids.
Nearly 10 years later, dogs all over the nation promote justice by providing emotional support during traumatic times. All thanks to Jeter.
Wow, so dogs like Jeter and Karis aren't just for kids or victims. If a judge allows it, defendants can also have a dog in court for support. Now, Jeter is retired, but Karis regularly shows up at drug court. How about that?